Hi there, it's Tamara Dorris, and I want to address a question that I get quite a bit. I want to address this because it's kind of like the elephant in the room. I have many clients, people who I've worked with for years, and even just new clients who will find that their biggest distractions, and let's be really clear on what a distraction is. I'm talking about, here's the game plan we've made for you. You're going to hold this high frequency. When something goes wrong or whatever, you're going to fix it this way. This is your envision. This is what we're working towards. Okay, so it's a complete, even if it's one session or it's, a 6 month program, there's a complete protocol. And do you want to know? Well, there's two things, but I'm going to tell you the one thing that this video is about today. The main thing that draws people back into the drama. The main thing that throws them off their high vibrational horse. The one thing that if this were different, I could be fine. If you said money, that's the other thing. That's not what we're talking about today. I'll do another video on that. But it's other people who they think bring them down. And I'm not belittling anyone, and I'm certainly not throwing shade at anyone who says, no, but you don't know, my husband really is negative. I'm not doubting you. But I really want to get down and dirty on this one. I really want you to understand that it's not your husband or your adult daughter who's causing you problems, or your ex-partner, or your current partner, your sister-in-law, your brother-in-law. It's not. And I just want you to breathe into that for a moment, because the minute you say to me, oh yeah, if it wasn't for him or her, I'd be fine. I'm getting all this stuff. I'm staying focused on my end result. No, you're not. Because the end result that you've told me that you want help with, and if you're not one of my clients, just think of your end result. That is right there, right here, right now. Seems over here, but it's right here, right now. And it's waiting for you, and you're going towards it. Now, every time you take a pit stop, a detour, you step down the ladder off your vibrational high frequency, you step down the ladder, and you're like, no, this person dragged me down. No, that person didn't drag you down. You turned around, you looked down, and you went down. It's always a choice. I'm going to talk to you about how to fix it, but it's always a choice. That is the first thing. And it's the hardest thing, because people they're like, but you don't know how negative she or he is. I don't care. I don't care. If you are really, truly working out of the end result that you want, and you're moving towards it, and if you know me or you've seen the videos, I do a diagram that's like stairs, and you're walking up towards it, anything that drags you down, you turned around and you took the stairs. You didn't fall. Nobody pushed you down. You chose to go down to that level. And so one of the things I always tell my clients is, no matter what you do, you can't feel bad enough to make someone feel good. Let me say that again. You can't feel bad enough to make somebody else feel good. You can't be broke enough to make someone who doesn't have money have more money. You can't be sick enough to make someone with disease get better. And you can't be mad enough about life to make someone who's mad about life feel better. Do you get that? It is to me, it is so foundational to our growth and our happiness to understand you are not responsible for anyone else's behavior or their attitude. The only caveat to that, obviously, if you have young children or young grandchildren that you're responsible for, that's a whole different conversation. But when we're talking about adults that are fully functioning adults, it's not your job anymore. And I cannot tell you how many middle-aged 50, 60-year-old women that I see that feel responsible for their children still. That's doing them a disservice. Now, again, if there's mental illness or physical illness, that could be different. So I don't want to throw shade that way. I'm just saying that all of the time that I get the complaint, it's this illusionary thing that this person is telling me. And I want you to really hear this. Oh, I really want that in my life, but I can't have it because he's in a bad mood. Think about that. That makes about as much sense as I don't know what. It doesn't make any sense, right? You get to choose to be as happy as you want. And that's why if you're focused on an ideal outcome, an end result that you love, that's the key. That's where most people mess up. They don't fix something they really love. Paying off bills is not sexy. Getting out of credit card debt is not sexy. Feeling relieved because you have extra spending money, that's not sexy. You gotta go. You gotta have a vision, an end result that you're working towards that you love. That's the key. And if you're on your way there, and you're going to literally let someone who's negative or grumpy take you off your game, you were not in your game to begin with. You were not in it. And if it's so bad that you can't even hear yourself think because they're just so negative, you're in the wrong environment. And I'm definitely not the person that's saying, leave the person, get out of the situation. I'm not ever trying to give anyone advice like that. That is personal. I do not believe it necessarily has to ever come to that. I think that when a person, an individual, raises their frequency and stays focused on what they want, that the people that are not contributing and supportive to that end result will just dissipate and go away. Whether they leave you, whether they're never in the house at the same time, or whether they pass away. And don't worry, I'm not saying you're gonna do this and they're gonna die. I don't mean to imply that at all. I'm just saying that circumstances change. We seem to think that things will always be the same. This person will always drive you crazy. That person will always do that. Life is fast, man. It goes like that. You could be sitting here watching this video right now, and you could walk outside and get struck by lightning. Or you could hear tomorrow that I dropped dead of a heart attack. Anything could happen. It's so ephemeral. And we think that we have all this time. And, oh, maybe we should go to therapy and do this and that. It's too short for that. I'm not saying therapy is bad. My daughter is a licensed therapist, but she's not a traditional licensed therapist. So she's good. But I am saying that we are spending so much, an inordinate amount of time trying to fix what's keeping us back, when the only thing that's holding us back is our inability to latch on to what we really want to have happen in our lives. So when you come to me and you say, but you don't know how negative that guy is. Oh, he's really messing me up. No, he's not. You are allowing something outside of you to dictate your focus, which should be on the end result. Now, all of a sudden, you've turned around on the ladder, on the staircase, and you're looking at this. Your end result's not right there. You're not going to see it. Spin yourself back around. Latch onto that end result. Like for dear life, that's where you're going. If this person down here who's negative, not supportive, if that person right there doesn't want to follow you up the stairs, that's fine. What's more important to you? Wallowing in depression with this person, in negativity, maybe, different situations happen. I have many clients who have family members and spouses who are alcoholics. Sometimes there's health issues. Again, a health issue is not something I'd ever say just walk away from. But there are other things you can do. You can bring someone else in to help bear the burden. You can put twice as much focus into this, and then you give the attention where you need to give it. There are other things you can do. And it's the people who say, no, this situation is just absolutely non-changeable. Then you're going to be right, because you're the one that said it. You're the one that made it that way. And again, I'm not blaming anyone. This isn't about that. It's about taking responsibility for understanding that you are a child of the universe, a child of God, and you are here on this planet at this time to do a specific thing. Maybe it's to be an amazing mother. Maybe it's to be a caretaker. Maybe it's to be a top producer. Maybe it's to be a best-selling author or an actor or Olympic, athlete. Whatever it is, only you can pull it off. But if you don't even take the first step on that staircase towards that end result, and then you hire me and tell me that's what I want, but then you call me and say, but he's really negative, so I don't know if this is going to work. If you don't think it's going to work, it's not going to work. But it's not because of him or it or her. It's because you literally decided, it's a choice, to turn around and start walking down the stairs. Do you get that? I need to do a graphic on that so I can really, really express this properly. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, check out the links below. I have some new links for some for single sessions that I'm doing for certain people. And I would love to help you. Okay, have a great day. Thanks for watching.